All right, so hey everybody, welcome to Recognition Program Training. So we're really excited to roll out a new recognition program here at Vology. Now, for those of you who were at Vital or have been at Vital for any number of years, and by the way, we've got about 10 or 15 people on the phone. So I'm going to be talking to people on the phone, even though you can't see them, they're here, and welcome callers on the phone. Again, just a quick reminder to callers on the phone, we do have a presentation that we're showing. So if you're on the WebEx, don't forget to actually click into the WebEx so you can follow along with the PowerPoint presentation that we're showing. And then for each of you who are in the room, there's a takeaway which we provide to you. For any of these TOPS training, you're always going to get a takeaway, just as reminders of the key points that we're going to cover today. For those of you on the phone, I don't know if you got a takeaway, but if you need one and didn't get one, we'll be happy to email it to you later today. So anyway, we're really excited to announce this recognition program, and today we're going to go over how it's going to work and why we're doing it, if my clicker can work. It was just working a minute ago, so stand by. Stand by. Okay. Katie, would you be able to just forward the presentation for me? Okay, I'll get it here. It really was working a minute ago. Oh, now this isn't working either. Okay. Okay, it's working now. Okay, crisis averted. Okay, so we're going to go over a few things today. We're going to talk about recognition and rewards and what the difference is. We're going to talk about why these things are important. So this is a leader session. I don't want anyone to leave. I want you guys who are non-people leaders to stay here because there's plenty of room. But some of the points today are going to be directed towards leaders. It's no secret. You can hear it. In fact, you can hold your leaders accountable once I share this with you if they're not doing these things. So we'll go through the details and how this is going to work, and we've actually got a testimonial from a previous Vital winner who's going to share his story today. So just for those of you who are Vology employees, we used to have just a little bit of history. For those of you who have been here for any length of time at Vology, I think Jeremy was probably here and maybe Marie when we had the Give a Wow program, okay, which was so, and Jen, you were here too, which was so kindly referred to by Billy Blair at one of our holiday parties as the Give a Shit program, because it didn't really do a lot. I mean, it was a way, it was kind of a social media application where people could recognize each other on a kind of a Facebook wall type of thing, but there really wasn't anything coming out of it. This is a very different recognition program. This is something that Vital used for years. It was very successful, and it comes with frequent recognition and cash rewards, which is really exciting. So I'm going to go through that today and talk about it. And for the leaders in the room, it's really going to be up to you guys and gals to drive this program. It's going to be up to you to talk to your people about it and always be looking for people who can be recognized in the three areas that we're going to talk about today. So really quick, the difference between rewards and recognition. Rewards are a reward outside of somebody's paycheck that has a monetary value. It could be a gift card, it could be a spiff, it could be movie tickets, concert tickets. Anything of value is considered a reward. And recognition is, you know, it can be personal recognition, like Lisa is just kicking it out of the park in talent acquisition. I see 2, 3 of her brand new faces in this room that are just awesome. Katie is kicking it out of the park. You know, it's public praise. It could be a thank you card from your manager. I know I've gotten a couple from my manager in my time here, and it feels so good getting it in the mail and like opening his handwritten thank you card. It could be, you know, just a one-on-one session, really explaining to that person what they did well and why. So recognition is real simple. And as leaders, it's our job to do that often. You guys as leaders, this is going to be a recognition program that should supplement what you're already doing. It shouldn't take the place of what's already happening in terms of your recognition. It should really supplement it. So you need to continue to ask yourself, like Eddie Murphy said in his Raw routine, what have you done for me lately? So ask yourself, what have I done for my team lately? You know, how long has it been since I've recognized Katie? Has it been a couple weeks? It's probably time for me to connect with her again. You know, think about as you end your week or as you're going through the week, or maybe Wednesday, your hump day, becomes your day of, okay, what am I doing for recognition for my team? Because it really needs to come often. So this program, oh, yes.
So when you give a gift card, you have to, I think you have to let accounting know, because they have to do, like, kickbacks about it.
You are absolutely correct. Anything $25 and above in a gift card or, you know, an Amex card or something like that needs to be taxed. So just let accounting know. I usually work directly with Tammy Lemke in accounting. If you guys have any questions about that, just, you know, ask me or ask your business partner, Katie or Shelly, and we'll help you get it there. But anything $25 and above in a cash or gift card amount does need to be taxed. And just so you know, it doesn't, it's not going to affect the employee's paycheck. They're not going to feel it in their paycheck. It's going to gross up their taxable income for the year. So like if I gave Lisa a $200 gift certificate, it's going to increase her taxable income by $200 for the year. And then, you know, we'll gross that up for taxes. So they don't feel it very much, but it does need to go and be reported. Thank you, Jen. All right, so why are these things important? For those of you who have been here for any amount of time at Vology, we do have a retention issue right now. So rewards and recognition increase retention. They allow us to keep our employees engaged, keep them happy, keep them productive. It also is directly correlated to bottom line results. So if I am rewarding and recognizing my employees, they are performing at higher levels. So those are important reasons. In our particular situation, we have high attrition. Today, year to date, and this is through the end of August, so this doesn't include September because we haven't calculated September yet because September isn't over yet, is 25% between Vital and Vology. On an annualized basis, we're on track for 38% turnover this year. That means that we have, for every one person we've hired, we lose 4. It's insane. It is a high number. It keeps our recruiting team very busy, but it's really expensive. So for you guys as leaders, like, you know, as you're losing people, even if it's the right decision, some people, you know, it may be not a great fit and it's better for the team that they leave. It maybe increases morale now that they're gone if they were bringing somebody down or whatever. But hiring someone new is expensive. It takes time, and then we have to ramp them up and teach them their new role, and everybody else is kind of, you know, pitching in, so it distracts the rest of the team. So 40% turnover is what we're annualizing. That in itself is very expensive and distracting. We want to bring that number down. That's not efficient, right? We also know that organizations that have effective programs like this have less voluntary attrition, almost 25%. So if we can, you know, get to that point, we would be in a really nice place. And finally, employers who do have mature recognition programs, so employers who have recognition programs that have been around for a while, like Vital's program, rewarding teamwork and customer service, and we're going to talk about it in a minute, programs that have been around for a while have been proven to increase business results, to increase the bottom line. It doesn't mean year one that it's going to increase the bottom line, but if it's a program that we can keep and sustain and it's going for year over year over year, by years 2 and 3 and beyond, we're going to start to see an increase in bottom line results, and that's important.
Jen, does that attrition number account for the professional services that we?
It does, Jeremy, good question. So Jeremy asked, and I'm repeating this for the benefit of the callers in case they can't hear, Jeremy asked if the attrition number included the professional services reduction that we did in May, and it does. So there is some inflation there with the reduction in force that we did earlier in the year. But we've still experienced a lot of attrition even outside of that. But that was a good question. Any other questions so far? Feel free to just pop them out as they come. You don't have to wait till the end. And for those of you who are on the line, you can mute your line, but if you have something to say or you want to jump in, just unmute and jump on in. Okay. So recognition and rewards programs, for them to be impactful, for them to actually work, studies have shown that these things need to be present. So they need to be relevant, right? So we need to be rewarding things that are relevant to our business and make sense for our values and our DNA and where we're trying to go strategically. It needs to be aligned. They need to be easy to understand. If it's really complex and it's got 8 pages of instructions, most likely it's, people aren't really going to get into that. It's going to be too difficult. So we need to keep it real simple. It needs to be competitive. People like friendly competition. It's fun. So I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but we're going to have 3 winners per month, and there's going to be this traveling trophy. And for those of you on the phone, I'm holding a real football helmet. I mean, look at how real this is. It even has, like, insulation with all this stuff inside. But what's going to happen with this is it's going to be bragging rights. You'll be able to, in addition to the cash award that you get, you'll be able to put this on top of your cube or put it in your office, and it'll pass around every single month, and each winner will be able to sign the helmet, so it'll become a piece of memorabilia that gets passed around, kind of like bragging rights, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's going to be logoed. I think marketing's going to do something cool with it.
And the Florida State.
Yeah, I know. How about that game Saturday? So it needs to be competitive. It needs to be of value, right? The Give a Wow program, I think there's a lot of reasons that didn't make it very far off the ground, but one of the reasons is there wasn't a lot of value to it. It was kind of words on a Facebook wall or, a social media wall. So this program that we're rolling out has value. We're going to be giving out 3 $250 awards every single month. We're going to be giving out 3 quarterly awards in the amount of $500 a piece, and 1 annual award of $3,000. So we're going to be getting a lot of cash out, which is really cool, and that's of value. And then finally, it needs to be fair, right? It can't be rigged. Another thing with the Give a Wow is because anyone could give a wow. It's kind of like the same 2 people giving each other the wow. So in this program, and I'll go over the details of it in a minute, there's going to be a nomination. It's real simple. It's not going to be a form. You just email to recognition@Vology.com. That is all you do. And then a committee, the executive team, will go every single month, read all the submittals, and choose a winner. So it's going to be fair. So in addition to having a program that increases results in engagement and retention, we also want it to be impactful for the team. And employees have said that this is what they want in a program for them to feel like, yep, this is a good program. And I've checked all these boxes, or Katie's checked all these boxes, because our program that we're rolling out does all of these things. We're going to prioritize behaviors. So in a minute we'll talk about this, but we're prioritizing teamwork behaviors, the ability to work collaboratively together as a team. We're going to be promoting good customer service behaviors, the ability to show exemplary customer service. And then finally, the ability to improve processes and make the whole business better. So we are looking at behaviors, not at, most popular person award. It's really going to be, what did this person do? Recognizing individuals and groups. We're going to be able to recognize a whole group as well as individuals. So for instance, marketing team kicked it out of the park with Evolve. Great event, guys. Someone could recognize or submit a nomination for the whole marketing team for that event. Or if it was a project that was managed, it was maybe in the dumps and it was revised and it kind of came out on the other side, great. Maybe the project management team as a whole or 3 people on that project could be nominated. So it doesn't always have to be just one person. It can be a group of people as well. It allows recognition to come not only from your manager and your peers, but also customers. So when people who are customer-facing, sales folks, you know, NOC folks, staff team, et cetera, get a great customer, you know, testimonial or you know, write-up or review, thank you, that can count as one of the submissions. So it can come externally as well as internally. It is chosen by a committee. It's going to be done in a formal setting. So the way that this will happen is once a month, at the end of the month, we'll collect the submittals at the executive team meeting, which happens every Tuesday morning. So the first Tuesday of that following month, we will discuss it in the executive team, which is Barry, Steve, John Madaska, Leslie, and Keith, and myself, and Dave Rich, and John Dion, and Doug. And so we will go around the room and vote on the winners. When we vote and decide, Barry will announce it in his video. So you know how Barry does these monthly videos. By the way, one just came out yesterday morning. Make sure you watch it. It's awesome. But Barry will announce it in the video. We'll announce it at the all-hands services meetings that are going to be kicked off this Friday. We're doing those once a month. And then we'll announce it at the sales team, as well as the TV screens and newsletter and many other places, so that we will do a formal recognition of the winners. And it'll have monetary value. So it's fair. All full-time and part-time employees are eligible. So any Vology Vital employee, part-time, full-time, whatever, is eligible to win and participate. There's 3 award categories, and they are teamwork. So teamwork is really, you know, how is this person showing their ability to work well with others, play nice in the sandbox, collaborate. Some of the things that I've seen in the past that I would reward are like great cross-functional collaboration. In times where, you know, you don't necessarily work on a team with other people, but you need those people to get the job done, you take the initiative, and I'm walking over to sales, and I'm walking over to field services, and I'm walking over and getting different groups together to solve a problem. That would be great teamwork. Customer service is where a customer, usually a customer is going to recognize someone for exemplary service. But it could be a team member, like maybe someone in the NOC overheard someone handling an irate customer, and even though that customer didn't say anything, maybe Amy heard it and was like, great job, I'm submitting. So great customer service. And then business improvement is about contributions that will result in cost reduction, increased efficiencies, and productivity improvements. So you think about taking something complex and making it simple, taking something that's a 12-step process and making it 2 steps, taking something that was a chaotic process with staff augmentation and putting some structure around it, educating it, getting everybody on the same page. Anything that improves our day-to-day work is a process improvement. And most times managers are going to be noticing that, but it can be nominated by peers and team members as well.
You nominate a manager?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Jeremy asked if you can nominate a manager. Yes, you can nominate a manager. I think that directors and above are excluded from the award.
Just the executive team.
Just the executive team. Okay, so VPs and above. VPs and above are excluded from the cash awards, but it doesn't mean you can't, you know, nominate them. Everyone who's nominated, whether they are the winner or not, will get some recognition. So I think it's important to recognize, again, we want to do rewards and recognition, but the only cash awards will be given up to the director level. Any other questions on what these 3 categories mean? Okay. So the nomination process is really easy to understand. It's just an email. You just send an email to recognition@vology.com. And you just write up why you're doing it. It doesn't have to be in a certain format. You don't have to fill out a form. You don't have to make it 200 words. It's you know, we're making it really easy. Just send recognition@vology.com an email. Just make it clear which award you're nominating the person for, which one of those 3. So it's either teamwork, customer service, or process improvement. So you do want to clarify that. But even if you miss something, if we have any questions, we'll call you. We'll ask you for clarification. Never let your confusion be what holds you back from submitting or nominating someone. If you see something great going on, err on the side of recognizing. Here's an example. So, Katie Lukens, here she goes. She's nominating Alex Jones for teamwork. And it's just real simple. I want to nominate Alex Jones for teamwork. Alex consistently goes above and beyond for the entire organization. She makes a great leader of our culture club team, helps organize company events and charity programs. She's always willing to help, and she's always positive and happy. Real simple, that's an example of a teamwork nomination. It can be more, it can be a different thing. It doesn't always have to be positive, happy attitude. It can be someone who maybe broke up some dissension between a couple of people. It could be anything, but this is just an example of how easy it is to just email your nomination. And the process is each person who's nominated, whether they win or don't win the award, they're going to get a certificate that they, again, bragging rights, they're going to be able to hang it up in their cube or their office. They're going to get a certificate, and they're going to be recognized by Barry and get public recognition as well. So again, if you think it's like a little thing that's not going to win, submit it anyway, because the person will get recognition, and that's what it's all about. Managers will be notified of their team members' nomination, so make sure that you recognize and celebrate it. So if you are a leader, you're going to get notification whether your person wins or doesn't win. Make sure that in your team meetings, you celebrate it. Call it out. Hey, I want to let you guys know Katie got nominated this month. It's awesome. Read it out. Really, Katie's like, please don't, but do. Don't assume your people are going to be shy or embarrassed. Give them the recognition that they deserve. This is what the certificate looks like for any nominated employee, and Barry's going to sign it. So it's going to be, it's going to be cool. And they can hang it up, they can frame it, they can take it home and put it on their fridge, whatever they want to do. So the frequency of the awards is monthly, quarterly, and annually. And by the way, when we do the quarterly award, we're also doing the monthly awards. It doesn't cancel out the monthly awards for that month. And the annual award time doesn't cancel out the 3 monthly awards. So we're doing a lot of awards. And again, there's 250, 500, and 3,000. There's going to be 1 winner per month in every category. So three people a month, 3 people a quarter, and then 3 people per year is how it works. And for those of you who are sports fanatics and you like to, watch, I guess March Madness kind of works like this, maybe basketball. But this is how it'll break down. So there's going to be a winner for every single month. For the first quarter, January through March, those 3 winners will go into the pool for the quarterly winner. So the quarterly winner doesn't come from a different pool. It comes from the winners of January, February, and March. So those 3 winners go into the pool. So if you are a winner one month, you have a 1 out of 3 chance of winning that $500 quarterly award. And if you're a winner of a quarter, you've got a 1 out of 4 chance to win $3 grand at the end of the year, which is awesome. Other perks of winning. Did we already talk about those?
That's just a certificate for the winner, and we'll frame that for them and do the plaque.
Oh, okay. So we'll frame this, and their name's going to go on a plaque?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys have noticed the Hall of Fame down here. These plaques are going to be going up in the Hall of Fame. And there's more. I mean, we have a lot of these plaques. And your name will be added to the plaque. So it's like memorialized forever, which is really cool, and you'll be on the Hall of Fame. Other perks of winning, like I mentioned before, we're going to have the football helmet passed around. I think this is really cool, especially since it's football season right now. I know Jeremy and I are big football fans, but this is something that it's bragging rights. You're going to get to set it on your area, and everyone's going to see that you were the winner for the month, And again, you'll be able to sign it. We'll get like a silver pen, and your name goes on there, and it's there forever. So we'll have that mascot going on. And here is my own personal favorite. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that parking is getting, Jen and I were just talking about this morning coming in. Like, I think it's so cool, actually, that our parking lot is so full because it just really opened my eyes to how large we've become. And for those of you who are new, it's kind of like, oh, this is the way it is. But, I mean, I remember when we went into our little building and got a front row spot, parking was never an issue. And now we're coming in and there's like, 300 cars there. It's crazy. And I'm getting my steps in, which is good. I need to start wearing my Fitbit again. But the cool thing is we're going to have 3 parking spots, front row, good, front and center parking spots for the monthly winners. So it's going to be reserved parking. You're going to get a priority parking spot for the whole month if you are here in corporate office. For those of you who work from home, you get to park in your garage, which is awesome, and even better, or your driveway or street or whatever. But yeah, we're going to have special parking spots, so that's going to be amazing.
You get it for the whole month?
The whole month.
Wow.
Hello. So definitely, and I think parking, like Jen and I were talking about this morning, I mean, that is like high dollar value right there. So, this is a coveted thing. Make sure you nominate people. So public recognition, again, we're going to announce in Barry's monthly videos. We will feature the winners in our weekly popped-in email that Jeff sends out, our monthly newsletter, the TV slideshow, and the ADP homepage. So real quick blurb about the ADP homepage. Do you guys all know what the ADP homepage is? Anybody not know what the ADP homepage is? Okay, there's a lot of info there. Our training calendar is there, our holiday schedule is there, your paycheck view is there. There's policy books, our guidebooks, our playbooks are there. Lots of information is there, but we'll also feature our winners there as well. It's a great resource. So when does this program start? It kicks off on 10/1, so October 1st, which is Saturday, I think, but it's open for nominations on Saturday, October 1st. Start flowing in your nomination. If you got one now, go ahead and flow it in. We'll put it in for the October nomination. And then once the month of October closes, that following Tuesday, we'll executive roundtable vote on the nominations, and then we will announce the winners and recognize the winners. So it starts October, will be the first month. And now I would like to just invite Jonathan Cerny up here. Jonathan is a Vital employee who's been through this program, and I just want you guys to hear from him, someone who's kind of enjoyed the benefits of this program, and let him tell his story.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jonathan. I think this is a really exciting program, and I'm really excited that that we're bringing it back. So I did win the quarterly teamwork award, and then I ended up winning the annual teamwork award last year. I'm not completely sure who nominated me. I kind of tried to figure that out to be prepared for this, but it was just coworkers, my director, and it was for teamwork. And then I tried to. I really feel awkward talking about myself like this right now, but he said it's because I was going above and beyond, and I was doing some of the things that you mentioned, Jen. Interacting with other teams and trying to help them in their efforts and solve different issues that we were facing as a collective team. And I really got to say that, the money was nice, but it was also really nice to be recognized by my peers, like to go up in front of everybody and to, get the high fives and then tell me I'm buying them lunch and all that good stuff. I mean, that really, it made it a lot more exciting to come to work. It helped me meet people that I hadn't interacted with through my work. So, I mean, I think this is a great program, and I'm really excited to start nominating people and participate.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jonathan. Congratulations. Was it last year that you won?
Yes.
Awesome.
Really great. So it's real. It really happens. It's a real thing. We got a lot of feedback when we bought Vital last July. Was it just last July? we kind of weren't sure about what we were doing with recognition, and we got so much feedback from the Vital employee base, like, we love this program, we want this program, and so it's a great program. So we heard you guys, and we're bringing it back, and I think it's going to work out really well for Vology as well, and the whole enterprise. So for leaders in the room, and, you know, people who are not leaders that want to become leaders someday, great book here. It's real easy. I know Amy probably brought this book. I think you shared it with Katie, right? So thank you, Amy. It made the list. So for those of you who are people leaders, there's a zillion books and stuff about this, but this is a great resource, real easy, with just ideas. Just flip through it. You know, once a week you might find a great idea. They're real easy, they're real simple, they're cheap, they're free, and just take sometimes only 30 seconds of your time to just recognize your people. It goes such a long way. I mean, Steve probably took maybe 5 minutes to write out a thank you card to me, and this happened in 2012, the end of 2012. It is 2016. I am still talking, and my team will tell you, I talk about this card all the time. I had a, you know, I showed it to my whole family. I mean, it meant so much to me. It was just a thank you card. That's all it was. Katie got her first thank you card from Steve a few weeks ago, and she texted me because I was working from home that day. Actually, it was a storm day. I don't know what you were doing in the office, but she texted me. She's like, I got a Steve thank you card, and it was so great. So little things like that maybe as leaders we don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a huge deal. So don't forget the other things. This recognition program isn't going to solve the whole attrition problem or the whole morale issue or the whole, you know, engagement thing. It's just one thing in a box of many tools that you should have as a leader. And we need you guys to drive it, leaders. We need you guys to drive this program. If you find that a few months have gone by and you haven't nominated anyone or no one on your team has, start being proactive about it. Ask people, you know, is there anybody you can nominate this month for teamwork, customer service, process improvement? Go out of your way to find people, catch people doing good things, and nominate them. So, did I miss anything, Katie?
No, I think that was good.
All right. Any questions? Any concerns? Anything? Comments? Yes.
I've got a couple of ideas that we share at the service desk. We have a weekly team meeting. So at any given time, since we're a service desk, we support our customers on the phone. Not everybody can attend, right? But I have an agenda that I follow up with notes for meetings. And in the agenda, there's always an applause section. So I make sure that each week I recognize somebody who did an outstanding job, or maybe two technicians paired up to solve a really difficult problem, or somebody had to stay late or work on Saturday or whatever. So we have that going for us on a weekly basis.
Awesome.
Now, we started a catch of the week a couple of weeks ago. It's not quite taking off like I thought it would, but all of the team members can submit a tip or a technical fix or something that they've seen, that they've put in place that helps them solve a problem, and then we put it in a spreadsheet, and then however many tips we get that week, we vote at the end of the week, okay, well, who's the winner this week? Who brought in the best catch? Who submitted the best tip? And then they get to go home an hour early.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Bringing in some teamwork and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then what else we do? Oh, the way to go board. I have a whiteboard. And on top of it says way to go. That hasn't taken off yet, but I watched a football game. I watched football on Saturday a couple weeks ago, and a defensive end for the Gators, University of Florida, intercepted a pass. And so I saw him run off the field, so he had to sit on the bench, and now the offense is over. And he went to his whiteboard with his marker, and he put down his jersey number, you know, and his name and what he did. And at the end of the game, his board was full of, you know, all of the team members who did something significant during that game. So I like that.
That's cool. I like it.
We're gonna try that too. Just little daily things.
Yeah,
you know, that just kind of brings it together.
Good idea. Thank you for sharing, Amy. What, Jeremy?
Oh, you about tomahawk chop, so.
Yeah, I knew there was a Gator comment coming. That's really great. And Amy, to your point, not every single one of your ideas is going to take off and be the next great thing, but the fact that you're trying different things and then working out what's going to work and stick is awesome. So thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.
Anybody else want to share? Anybody else have an idea even from a previous organization where, you know, you were rewarded or recognized and it really kind of stuck with you and you want to share with the group? Or here? Okay. Thank you guys so much. If you got your takeaways, feel free to take them. Any questions, let us know. Recognition@Vology.com. Starts today-ish. Thanks.